Landscape photographers frequently search for the best lenses to capture the beautiful scenery around them. Having a good lens can instantly improve your photograph. A good lens is also considered by some to be more important than the camera itself. How's it going, everybody? Raph here from B&C Camera, and today we'll be discussing the best lenses for landscape photography. The lens you choose can dramatically alter how you decide to compose your photographs. For example, a wide-angle lens will gather more elements in a single shot and can warp certain areas of your image than a telephoto lens would. Not only will lenses give your image a different aesthetic, but they also have other differences like weight, aperture abilities, and sharpness. Starting your lens search. There's no such thing as a best lens. Of course, some brands can outperform others, but the type of lens you choose will depend on what you are trying to achieve and what you prefer visually. Just because someone thinks a wide-angle lens is the best lens doesn't mean you should agree with it. And that's alright. That's what makes all of our photographs unique and personal to us. Once you decide how the final results should look, think about the different lens brands and what they offer. Just because one may have the same optical quality, they may have other differences. Many landscape photographers prefer lenses that are lightweight and easy to travel with. Just remember to make your decision based on your photography goals. Focal length and wide-angle lenses. A wide-angle lens is always a good first pick. These lenses will offer a long depth of field, and having a long depth of field is typically desirable in landscape photographs. For example, if you're shooting a mountain range, you will have a lot of scenery to fit into your frame. Using a wide-angle lens will allow you to capture a large subject with some foreground and background. You will also be able to create the majority of the photograph in focus to have a clear image. However, other options will give you beautiful landscape photographs. Prime lenses such as 35mm, 50s, and 85mm, and telephoto lenses can also capture gorgeous images. If you want a creative take on your scene or need to isolate a subject, you might want to try a telephoto lens. Aperture. Frequently, aperture is not at the top of the priority list for landscape photographers, and having a better depth of field is a higher priority than selective focus. The aperture range of f5.6 to f16 is usually the sweet spot for landscapes. When you use a tripod, you can work with a smaller aperture. Prime or zoom. Now, this one can be up in the air. Zoom has the benefit of zooming in on a subject from a distance. The downside to a prime lens is not having the ability to quickly zoom. You'll have to rely on moving your body to get that zoom that you want. They almost offer the same image quality though. On the opposite end of that coin, the benefit of using a prime is actually having to move around. Doing this will give you different perspectives instead of taking the easy route of a zoom. When you decide between a prime or zoom, think about what your scene will offer. Will you have the opportunity to move around, or will you be stuck on a deck overlooking the scenery? Also consider the lens's weight because you're going to be traveling with it. And lastly, think about the focal length that you want. Manual or autofocus. Now, the clear benefit of using autofocus is the speed you have getting the focus you need. This eliminates a lot of the time wasted on getting that perfect focus. Even better, autofocus lenses also come with the option to manually focus. Although the autofocus lens gives you the ease from focus by wire, having complete control from a manual focus lens can be beneficial. You can switch focus a lot easier when relying on a mechanical focus. Having that control, focus lenses still give better outcomes than the updated and electronically savvy autofocus lenses. So what else should you consider? Does your lens offer any weather protection? Landscapes are usually shot outdoors and can result in unpredictable weather. Having a weather-resistant lens will save you money by not causing any damage. You want to ensure a little rain or snow won't ruin what you have. Why not try renting a lens? Try renting a lens if you still feel unsure about what lens to invest in. Renting a lens from a local camera store is a great way to test lenses and see if it's the right fit for you. Take a few test shots and see how you like the end result and the overall handling. And if you aren't able to find a local place to rent your lenses, you can always reach out to a few photographer peers to see if they have the lens you are thinking about purchasing. If they do, they may just offer to let you borrow it. Just be sure to say pretty please. There really isn't a right or wrong answer when it comes to the best photography lens for landscape photography. Your answer will ultimately depend on your photography goals. Picking your lens will be crucial because of the impact it'll have on your images. And that's pretty much all there is to it. If you guys found this little guide helpful and informative, as always, please be sure to give us a like and subscribe. Once more, this is Raph from B&C Camera, and I'll catch you guys in another video.